My whole marriage was a lie. Every single aspect of it. Every single aspect of it. Hi explorers, it's Saturday. I decided I was going to start uploading a lot of my videos. I was told by one of my subscribers that it would be a good idea for people to have access to my process. But the problem with my very unique circumstance is that it hasn't been a linear journey. It hasn't been a situation where I'm just going one way. It has been turn after turn, after surprise after surprise. And that's why I gave one friend access to my whole story. Oh, actually 2 or 3 people access to my story every single day. But one particular friend comes to mind because he accepts that had I not been sharing this story with him, it might have been unbearable for one person. If you know every single thing that's happening on this journey, spiritually speaking and physically speaking, this could have broken an ordinary person because it damn near broke me, and it's still ongoing. I'm happy that I'm here because I will live to tell a story, and not just for the sake of a story, but so that it can help someone. And why am I not at this point sharing everything? It would have been a haphazard story. It makes no sense whatsoever. The stuff that has happened behind the scenes are just unbelievable. So it's challenging. But I think the best that I can offer is just post, because I enjoy sharing. I enjoy sharing whatever I'm doing, even though it's random. I wish I could be posting things that were beneficial to my younger nieces and nephews, where I just post random stuff, and I probably will make private videos for them. But yeah. In the meantime, what today looks like is my friends, I don't think they want me to shout them out, but one of the things that happened is that my husband cut off my Netflix and cut off my anything that he cut off a lot of stuff. But the point is, they heard about it and they got me Netflix, which is pretty cool. Honestly, Netflix is not terribly expensive, but in the space that I was, or that I'm currently going through, every little dime helps in saving. So I didn't want to make anything that was a luxury. But sometimes small luxuries are part of life and are necessary in transitions. Oh, that's a quotable. I should put that here. Sometimes small luxuries are important and are necessary in transitions. Oh, that should go into the book. Speaking of which, I have a book coming out. I'm working on it. I feel like I could be working on it harder, but I will have a email capture for those of you who want access to the book as soon as it's done and who want first dibs on the announcement related to the book. It's going to be about divorce and bouncing back. I love that I'm writing it in real time. I think that it is more therapeutic for me, and it's going to help people who are going through a breakup situation that they were blindsided by. And I can only talk about it because I am going through it right now, and that will probably be the most authentic thing I will produce ever, because it's been real, y'all. It's been real. I look so tired. I look tired because I'm tired. In the last 2 months, I've added 8 pounds, but I'm at 190 now, and I started, the lowest I was at was 183. When my husband asked for the divorce, I was 219, so I can never be that big again. So many things that I can now look as pluses, and I think that the divorce was important and was necessary for my life. But how it came about and some of the things that I discovered along the way, some of the secrets that I've discovered along the way, and they're ongoing. And I'm so glad that in all of the journey that I've gone through, I'm glad that I did not keep quiet. I'm glad that I was, I don't know what the word is. I didn't just go away like I was asked to, because I wouldn't have gotten so many answers. And then I really got to know, particularly my parents-in-laws, for who they really were, which was part of the most painful things on this journey. Just disgusting. And the reason why it's not anything that I'm going to keep quiet about is because if you're not aware that this is a possibility on your journey, you'll be going through it thinking that you have a certain amount of support and you were dealing with certain people. But the fact is, I was conned, and it's painful. And it's one of those things where you just want to make sure that somebody has access to knowing that it's not you. I remember one of them called me and said, well, you're not taking responsibility. And I really couldn't understand what I was being told. Anyway, like I said, it's a whole long story, and it's such an ongoing story. And then so many people behind the scenes are just throwing shade at each other in their attempt to look good. And then there's so many people in this particular case who are hiding their true selves and trying to sort of intervene and maybe block other people from knowing the truth. But the thing about the truth is that no matter how long it takes, it's so consoling. No matter how long it takes, it comes out. It comes out. Anyway, I'm going for a quick exercise, run a bunch of errands. Oh, this t-shirt was sent to me by Miriam's shoemate, and I'll put her name and her channel name in the description box below. But I've decided to leave this channel as random and unprofessional as possible because it just allows me to not have to be on. This way I can film with any kind. I have video equipment and lights and a great camera, thanks to me, that I think that I can afford to do my work on my other channels. And don't forget, there is a blog that gives you full access to what's going on in written form. So for those of you who are already reading that, kudos to you. Did I even do my intro? I don't think I did. Look at this. This is like, oh my God. Thank God I've been cleaning my face. This lady called Joy Barber a while ago told me to make sure I never go to bed with makeup. And for years I used to go to sleep with my makeup. But anywho, tell me about yourself. What do you do when you're going on a journey that has been so challenging and if it has ever devastated you? Do you wait for it to be over before you start talking about it? Or do you share as it's going along? Who do you share with? How do you share? And what did you do, more importantly, for your own peace of mind? Peace of mind has been very elusive to me. Is that the word? I'm always trying to speak English that I don't have. But peace of mind has been very hard for me to wrap my mind around all the time. I have to get it in bits and pieces, and it comes in ways that I have to recognize that this is a blessing, that's a blessing. What do you do? I recently got contacted by the Moth organization, the storytelling organization, and I have done Moth stories before. I've never actually taken first place. I've been second twice, and but when you do what you love, people see you. And I got contacted by Gary, who's in charge of the LA chapter, and he wanted to introduce me to another thing related to storytelling. And I thought to myself, it's important on this journey that you always be true to yourself, because people will see you, but you will also see pockets where you get healing and you get recognition for your soul, that the role you play in the space that you are matters at that time. And that's been a very real access to peace of mind for me. So how do you get access to that? One of the things that is really real for me is that I don't pretend like I'm okay, because I've not been. I compartmentalize a big chunk of my day for 8 hours. Like 8 hours, I say for 8 hours, I'm going to put this in a box. But one of the things that, and we'll talk about this at a later time, one of the things that I have had access to is the fact that my whole marriage was a lie. Every single aspect of it. Every single aspect of it. And I thought that it was black and white at the beginning, so I started searching and doing all this stuff, and like inside, it's like I've got to start from scratch to get to know myself, because damn, I brought access to this psychosis to my family. They were doing fine before these people came into our lives, and I'm the one who gave them access to these people. And I felt guilty about it. So I'm having to process all of that. This shit is so vile. It's so ugly. And rather than have that conversation, these participants are so pretentious. so misinformed, and it's easier for them to do all of that and blame me because they wanted me to just go away. But what does a person do when they know that something is not right? It's not just. It's not just, not in a legal sense, And then, the stories are crazy. So anyway, that's the type of journey. This is as real as I'm going to be able to get right now, because I don't want to say anything and change my mind. Because I want to make sure that every time I open my mouth, it is truth. And not just feeling, because I do have feelings about certain stuff. I will post a video that I was having with a friend of mine yesterday, and I have to first of all film the video, put it up on YouTube, and then ask him if it's okay for me to post it, because I called him wanting answers, and he was sharing with me a lot of stuff. So that's it, y'all. Oh, look at that. It says it's not too late to live happily ever after. I believe it. I used to have that in my old house. Ironic. But I believe it wholeheartedly now in the space that I am, because I think that the life that I'm going to have moving forward is going to be based on truth. I didn't know that everything I was part of was based on a lie. Man, it's hard. But anyway, I sometimes say it's up to you to make it a great day, because that's what my soul needs to hear. And it is up to me to make it a great day. But I admit that it is hard. It has been very hard. Oh my God. I gave a presentation. I was actually preparing for a TED Talk that I ended up not doing. And it had to do with the power of humanity when it comes to bouncing back, because I certainly did not have it in me organically to bounce back in this situation. People had to keep on showing me who I was for me to even begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, so where I am right now, before I was just at the tunnel, I was in the tunnel before, facing the floor. Now I'm lying in the tunnel facing up. I can see the light. I haven't started standing up. By the time this shit is done, I'll be standing up and climbing outside of the tunnel and helping other people who are in the tunnel to pull out. That's my commitment, and that's my promise for myself. Yeah. But remember what I always say, it's up to you to make it a great day.